I'm assuming that they've played against each other and they've seen it. Like, if it seems like they're very certain what Execration. They know what Execration wants to do. Tiny is starting boots first, so it's gonna be some kind of supportish Tiny, I think. Like the off-lane Tiny that pulls back the creepy equilibrium at the top lane.
Yeah, the old Bane Nightmare into Tiny Tough scenario again. But both teams are really getting ready for this bot river fight. I'm not sure the Radiant want to walk into this though. Gyro Undying, these two heroes alone are annoying to deal with. Never mind Silencer and Viper. Absolute devils to handle. So, lanes.
The Viper is going bottom with boots.
Off-lane Viper. Support Silencer. T is on the Gyro mid. They...
Tri-lane mid.
I mean... What? What? Am I seeing things? I've been awake for a long time. I don't know if I'm going crazy. There is a tri-lane at the middle lane. Yes?
It literally was a tri-lane. They weren't even on the top of Radiant's Hill. They were actually like to the side of Gyro. Sam H on the offlane Viper. He is the offlane player, so this is intended as an offlane Viper, I suppose. Yeah, especially since the boots pickup suggests like he doesn't want to dominate his lane, he just wants to get levels.
Well, the classic Viper against Razor matchup. Viper with the boots will get away from the static link though. So Undying, Gyro mid. They've got the Decay, the Rocket Barrage. Queen of Pain is going to have some difficulties last hitting, but it's not going to be a lost lane. It's not going to be awful at all, really. As Clop should be able to still get some decent farm here. And yeah, Undying leaves. He realizes, right, my work is going to be better utilized down this bot lane, try and decay up this Razor. Maybe on the supports and get some kills on this Viper. And how's the top lane going? So, Venge...
Tiny's getting really free levels right now. He's 2.5 levels ahead so far.
He's pulled across here.
And like, yeah, these Radiant creeps are going to get denied and Venge is going to get 0 EXP from it.
Well, Raven. So it is the carry Venge. And a support Silencer. Interesting. Let's see what they do with it. So that Aghanim Scepter upgrade on the Vengeful Spirit is kind of interesting now.
Yeah, but it's carry Vengeful, so I'm not sure if it's... I haven't made up my mind if it's better on the carry or support Venge.
Let's see where they go with it. Viper at bottom lane. Witch Doctor. Has cast, but no Voodoo Restoration. Oh, there we go. It's level 2. Voodoo Restoration's up. Let's throw out the stunner for Sam H. But, Cheeky Nando. He can't get the static link going for long enough.
This Witch Doctor is really weak. If you check his items, he has, he basically has almost no stat items and no regen right now.
One
he definitely
branch.
doesn't want to use a mango, this early.
Alright. He's got no regen. He does have the one branch though, so he can plant a happy little tree. Tiny, what are you doing? Actually, has this sentry block? I have no idea about the actual blocking mechanics or the blocking area of this camp. I think the sentry blocked it.
I think the D-Ward sentry blocked the camp, so I don't think they realized, like, maybe they may not have had time to research the spawn of the new map.
So the Observer Order was all just a bait. It was a ruse. Waste a sentry. I did get Bane a nice chunk of experience though. But now, whoa, where are they going? What are they looking for?
They see both the heroes on TNC at top lane, so they're gonna go and toss the Bane, but I don't think that'll lead to anything.
I mean, Jarek here has double Wraith back though.
Oh, they're waiting for the Silencer to come and pull.
Oh, they know it's coming now. There we go, Lucky. Oh, he walks away at the right time. So Execration have just wasted a good, what, minute and a half walking all the way around the map, going through the dire jungle, trying to find a pick-off onto someone. It all comes to nothing. Well, bottom lane. The Undying.
Mid gyro, maybe they're gonna go on that one.
Oh, he's very low on the HP. He's going to have to try and hide himself in the trees. There's a path through. Oh, he's been spotted though. Avalanche through. There, got the nightmare. And Queen of Pain will blink forward with a scream toss. Shanks gets the first blood. Oh, and that gyro. And Execration, this is a lot of time expenditure just walking around, not really accomplishing that much. It's a first blood,
moving around so much right now. Like the 3 heroes are rotating. It's gonna be like a triple lane bottom.
Static link, tombstones dropped as this Undying. Oh, he's in a rough spot now. Tiny walks into the side, blink, scream, pop is here. What's going on? The Viper tries to hold it back, but Shanks wants a little bit more. Sam H is behind the tier 1. Should be okay, just high back there. But yeah, it's okay, it's a first blood. Okay, it's a kill on the Undying. But not only are you missing out on farm mid, you're allowing Gyrocopter to free farm. You're not getting to farm top, you're allowing Venge to free farm. I just don't see it as being worth it. You've moved 5 heroes to one lane, to another lane, and then they've got to try and go back to... I don't know. It feels like you're trying to get an advantage, but in reality you're creating a deficit.
Yeah, I mean, despite the deaths, Execration is up 2 kills. It doesn't really feel like they were worth the effort. Like, they spent way too much time getting those kills. The first blood might have been worth it because it's his first blood, and it's for mid. But the one on bottom was quite unusual for that many heroes to rotate at that minute mark.
Viper still trying to pull across and stuff like that. It's our observer actually in this camp, even though they've been the ones utilizing it and pulling it across. Interesting there. So Lucky, still with no boots. Got all the branches he wants, but if you don't have boots to walk around, not so lucky at all. Treads over on the Vengeful Spirit.
This Tiny might be in danger. He could have just swapped right now. I mean, Vengeful has pouches. Tiny has no... Yeah, he's walking.
Yeah, swap, curse, stun. BYB, the Tiny, pretty dead. Tosses the Vengeful Spirit back a little bit to try and send him further away. But there you go, the first silencer of the game.
Oh, level 3 homing missile. Bane ate a mango trying to sleep himself so that he wouldn't take damage from the homing missile, but he didn't time it right, so he ended up wasting the mango.
So Teehee here, what's he aiming for? Because double Wraithband, brown boots, he doesn't have a bottle, does he?
I don't think so. After the bottle nerf, he might not really want to get the bottle.
So there's no mana regen, there's no HP regen, it's just like magic wand, Wraithbands. But where do you go next? Do you go into treads, phase boots? I've never seen his mid-gyro before.
Oh, okay. When T plays these unconventional heroes at mid, they're usually like heroes that you think would be in the safe lane, like Juggernaut.
Juggernaut PL, yeah.
I think Juggernaut and Gyro mid, I mean, they're obviously different heroes, but they have a similar peak strength timing. So I noticed that on both these heroes, he tends to go phase Aquilo jumps, like the cheap items. And he doesn't like, he won't go like Dominator early, like most safe lane gyros go. He's gonna go those stat items, secure a lot of movement speed. With phase boosts and early jumps, he's going to be really fast. And he's gonna basically get max nukes. Probably after he gets max homing missile, he'll get some rocket barrage and play like a normal gyro. Just, you know, go around, be a bully. Win team fights for a team. You have the Smoke, Tiny, and Bane. They see the pull.
Can they set up on this though? Looks like
Tiny's going around. Yeah, he's not going to see the Tiny coming.
Yeah, Queen of Pain blinks in. Sansa completely caught off guard. Vengeful Spirit wanted a piece of that and realizes, hang on a second. 3 heroes there from Execration now. That's worth it.
Vengeful thought about swapping the Silencer, but decided like Silencer is probably dead anyway.
Did Sansa get boots? Yeah, Sansa has boots and a magic wand. It's fine. No big loss. No big deal. I did force the Quap to rotate. She's holding onto her ultimate, so the Sonic Wave is still available as Shanks. Look at how annoying this is. Bonk. He's down to 200, 300 HP. Homing missile does a ton of damage.
I'm surprised Viper got this much levels out of the bottom lane, but I guess Witch Doctor started way too poor to really zone out the Viper, and there wasn't Undying in the beginning, so... I mean, he's pretty farmed. He almost has the Buckler. He does have the Buckler, and he's going for the mech, I assume.
He's, what, 600, 700 net worth behind the Razor? He's only 500 ahead of the Tiny, so it's not a big deal. I mean, a big difference, but again, we come back to the difference in net worth and it not usually being indicative of how much impact that gold gives you. Like, let's say you compare someone buying a Midas, that's like 2k gold compared to someone buying a mech. Okay, there's a little bit of difference in price, but the impact you get from one item to another is pretty massive. If you look at the Tiny, he's still waiting to get into his Blink Dagger or something like that, whereas this Buckler mech into the Viper is going to give that massive amount of impact a little bit earlier.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, whoa, Queen of Pain. Okay, I didn't expect an aggressive blink forward there as the homing missile's going back out onto Bane. Shanks. That was well timed. Very well timed.
So it looks like the Venge is coming to the Helm of Domhild, and she's probably gonna get a Wolf Creep, or is there something else useful? Maybe the
Hellbear?
The Frost Armor. I mean, Frost Armor might be really nice.
Yeah, attack speed from Hellbear, Frost Armor from the Ogre, Alpha Wolf, damage. There's some good creeps out there. Even the little potato with that magic resist, the cloak aura. What a
Well, it is only 5% on heroes.
That's true. It's not a massive amount. But what an original name. What can we call this magic resist aura? Let's name it after an item that's already in the game. Toss the creep. Oh, I'm not sure about this one.
Get this Vengeful. Vengeful is like a super tanky hero.
1200 HP with strength treads. 2.6 strength gain per level. Pretty insane for an anti-hero. God. The Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor's going to lose, what, 2/3 of his health here? Yep.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is
That's
under
nasty.
attack.
Homing missile, what a spell.
Okay, we see a smoke from the Gyro. It's actually pretty late, I think, but better late than never, right? And this Viper, he's going to be and this is actually the perfect timing. The Gyro's here just in time.
This is so perfect, honestly. Oh, the cooldown, but the TP's out, Nando. They both get away. Oh, that Bane is going to be so happy with that.
They have no TP cancel. Like, the only one that can TP cancel is like Venge. The homing missile doesn't count.
Radiant's
Oh,
bottom
dear.
tower is under attack.
TP away, back to safety. Is this going to be a tier 1 for TNC though? It's being taken down slowly but surely, but the trade-off is here. Whereas look at Queen of Pain and tying towards mid, they'll get this tier 1.
Everyone except the Tiny and Queen of Pain
Radiant's
do have
bottom tower is
TP.
under attack.
I guess like a trade is okay for both
Radiant's
sides.
bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, mid tier 1's a lot more
Dire's
important
middle
than bot
tower
tier 1.
has fallen.
Yeah, that's true. Usually the mid towers are they last really long and they're easier to defend as time goes by. The Razor.
Can they kill him? Doesn't look like they want to try. So, yeah, we didn't even notice this during the draft. What stuns the TNC have? It's just Venge, literally. They've got slows, they've got good team fight composition with like Undying Tombstone, Cooldown, Global Silence and stuff like that. But initiation-wise, it's Viper walks in, Viper Strike. Venge stuns and swaps and does her whole business with that stuff. Outside of that, it's waiting for Execration to walk into you, which honestly is sometimes one of the scariest positions to be in when you're the one who may be ahead, who may be thinking, right, we've got this farm, we've got these good items, we've got Mech on Viper, we've got Vengeful Spirit tanking up and doing a ton of damage.
Dire's structures are
But if you have to
fortified.
wait for your enemy to walk into you, they're just going to dodge you. They'll dance around you the entire game, just going from lane to lane and not going face to face.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, top lane, their smoke was sort of late. If
Dire's
Execration's
top tower has fallen.
sharp, they counter smoke.
Well, maybe this is where TNC get what they wish for as the cooldown comes in. It'll land onto a bunch here, and Tiny's already dead. Tossed back a zombie as the global silence comes through onto the Witch Doctor and Bane. Yeah, silence stop, and this is it. Exactly as I was saying, if TNC can get that face-to-face, head-to-head, and Execration don't bail on them, and they're looking pretty good, and that's exactly what happens. Execration, no TP out, no way to disengage. They walk straight into the open arms of TNC. It's just the Invis rune on Razor. Allows them to walk around a little bit more.
I mean, in the early stages of the game, having no TP cancel, aka just like
Radiant's top
catch,
tower
is
under attack.
it's less of a problem because, well, what's going to happen is that the Venge, it's easier for them to find these engagements. Venge has a stun and a swap, so if she's like what just happened now, she gets a. Oh, okay, Venge is dead.
Oh, that TP cancel last second. Nightmare's there, and the Queen of Pain comes in with a killing spree.
It didn't look like he had time, but as I was saying, I think right now the Venge in the last engagement was in the front line, and usually that's a rare sight because we're used to seeing support Venge, but like this Venge is a carry. She has an overaxe on top of like the power tree, so she probably has like 1500 HP right now, and she has a gyro to back her up, and she's gonna stun someone, and they're gonna get committed, but they can't fight because of global silence, and they're gonna chase him down, and I think she can get a swap in. So in effect, Venge kind of has like 2 TP cancel or two stealth to catch.
They
But
find the
later
stack.
on, yeah, with like more blink daggers, glimmer caves, BKBs, the TNC might run into some problems of like forcing Execration to commit.
Well, the stack is gone, so T-He doesn't have that. What's he got now? So he's gone, yeah, like you said, the phase boots, double Wraith Band, and now into the S&Y. Got his sand drop, tank a little bit around this enemy team, but Shanks, gonna get him there with the global silence to swap back into the Yule Scepter, though. The Queen of Pain could just blink herself away to safety. That's an interesting death ward. It's going to focus onto the Undying with a toss forward. They'll actually get it. The Razor now on the front line, stunned up. This is a decent position to be in, draining all the damage away from the Vengeful Spirit. TP's away from the Rocket Barrage. It's not going to be enough to kill him off, is it? No, it's not. Back to the fountain. Saved by the teleportation. Over on the side, it looks like they'll lose their silencer as well, and Execration. TNC, this is the team that destroyed CDEC. And
Yeah, but,
Execration is the team that got destroyed by IG. What's going on?
Well, you have to always factor in when 2 teams from the same nationality, like the more specific region play. I'd say, no disrespect to Execration, but like TNC's considered a higher tier team. But like as we see, like we're seeing these drafts that we couldn't quite figure out. So they have like their own mini game within Dota. Like they have a way of thinking, and they play a different sort of way of Dota when they play against each other.